Alexander Baker of Reverie Astrology, here with a read-through of my article from October 6th, 2025, entitled The Full Moon in Aries and a Fallen Venus Feeding the Sun. The full Harvest Supermoon in Aries exacted on October 6th at 11:48 p.m. Eastern, floating across the zodiacal axis from the Sun in its fall of Libra. Fluency of forward motion and the fence-sitting nature that can accompany long consideration. Here with locked eyes, as this sign pairing conjures its known staring contest of self and other, of martial and Venusian temples, and forever loving standoff. Yet this is an axis often caught between instigator and peaceful diplomat. What's more, the sign of the scales and its natural rulership by Venus, presently fallen in Virgo, can make for a time of particularly heightened tension between different identities as dependence, independence, and interdependence all seem central themes. Compared with the striking stage of Leo, one sultry and scorched, Venus has for a few weeks now been amidst the discerning vistas of Virgo, recently conjoining the South Node and confronting the South Node's implicit themes of decrease, material loss, and yet perhaps spiritual gain. In Virgo, Venus' opulence and copper-mirrored splendor are tempered by a mental and sensory bent, one of beauty and details, dark and well-pruned garden enclosures, attention to the sustainability of environments and power dynamics across them. Venus in Virgo is like the discernment of love in fabrics cut and woven, the adjustments made in recipes and in bedrooms, intelligent design from behind a curtain, the potting of pool balls in labored but elegant flow, structured action supporting some of life's most fluid motions. Venus in Virgo is the temple kept clean such that divine messages are received by a worthy vessel. Venus in Virgo is both the rope bottom and the neuroscientist studying their brain scans and catharsis. Venus in Virgo is the fall of high romance and withholding for the perfect suitor. The particular aim itself an ideal sacrificing more Jovian inclusion. It is such a Venus that the Sun in Libra has been answering to, and with the Moon in Aries in aversion to this Venus separating from the South Node in Virgo, we see greater nuance in the toss-up between independence and dependence, as well as the capacity for criticism to overwhelm harmonic union with the other. Yet these same discretionary qualities can also make for the perfection of such relational matters, with the proper work put in. Concurrent with the full moon in Aries, Mercury, newly into Scorpio, immediately squares Pluto in Aquarius. One might see intensity of communication, the dark and passionate versus the cool and distant, with the potential to make incisions and keep a close hand simultaneously. Secretiveness and unveiling might also abound, subterranean hunger competing with Venus and Virgo's discretion to see what will satisfy and what the mind's idealism might interrupt. Furtive and elusive, Mercury's antics in Scorpio will heighten as the swift planet comes to conjoin Mars on October 21st. The Sun then knocking upon the door of the underworld, this scorpionic sign the center of fall's exhalation. While a fallen Venus, even in separating from the South Node, dispatches a fallen Sun in their combined needs for balance and adjustment, Mars' momentum is increasing and the week's energy may continue to mount despite the climax of a full moon. I will be writing more in the coming days about Mars and its nocturnal home of Scorpio, and the additional dignity by face it just emerged from while continuing its umbral burrow. Until then, swim well, stargazers. This is Alexander Baker of Reverie Astrology.